Hello, hi, this is Rich from Rich TV Live. Hope you're doing well today. Markets are red today. We had red on Monday, green on Tuesday, red on Wednesday. But even through it all, we're still able to find some winners. So I do have some winners for you today that I want to share with you that are still doing well in a red day. And let's start with Sproutly. Now, a lot of people were saying, Rich, what's up with Sproutly Rich? What's up with Sproutly Rich? What's up with Sproutly Rich? And I said, hey, man, they're a good company. They'll have their turn. You know, all good stocks go up and down, and they're going to eventually find their floor. Here we are, Sproutly up 13.5% right now. And I think this is a company that can go way, 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 way higher. Litecoin pumping over 100. Hey, man, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. Crypto right now is hot. Cryptocurrencies are making moves. People have a lot of belief in it right now. People have confidence in right now. Yep, Litecoin is up over 12.6% at $101 right now. So that's very exciting for Litecoin. Now, I just was live with the Aurora Cannabis conference call, the live Aurora Cannabis conference call. And after that call, we are seeing some life in Aurora Cannabis, currently at 1150 range, up almost 2% after the conference call where they reported their earnings. And even though they had a massive loss of 158 million, you said you have to see at least 3 months and a bull market to come back in, and you're in. Man, you know what, man? FOMO is real, bro. FOMO is real. You know, this industry is too hard not to want to get in. And the best time to get in is when things are down. So to be quite frank, there's a lot of things that are down right now and at 52-week lows. And as an investor, it's just hard to pass up. It's hard to pass up when you see opportunities like that because you don't see these opportunities every single day. So when these opportunities materialize, you need to pounce on them. You need to take advantage of them. Now, two of the companies that Aurora Cannabis mentioned in their conference call today were Radiant Technologies, RTI in Canada, RDDTF in America, and Radiant Technologies is up 1% at 99 cents. So you have to think that Radiant Technologies has a nice future here. They're saying that they're going to start showing massive revenue. I think once Radiant Technology starts reporting some big revenue, we'll see the stock take off. And we have seen the stock as high as $2 in the past. Currently, it's at 99 cents. I don't see any reason once it starts showing some big revenue that we won't see that number increase dramatically. Yeah, man, those statistics are incredible. The cannabis sector is the most exhilarating, tantalizing, interesting, engaging sector in the world right now. And the volume of the stocks, the sneak attacks, the mergers and acquisitions, the flow of news is just constant. And I believe it's going to continue. And hopefully we can just continue to be one of the pulses of the industry, and not just the cannabis sector, but the entire stock market. We want to be able to report on all the breaking news that's happening every single day. But obviously, the cannabis sector is a very exciting sector, and it's a sector that people are interested in. Now, the technical analysis right now on Radiant Technologies is a buy on TradingView, currently at 99 cents. If you look at the 52-week chart, you can see it's been as low as 65 cents, so it's been a lot lower. It's also been as high as $2.20 in January of 2018. So do we see it test those highs of January 2018 again? I think there's a very good chance that we see that. Let's also talk about Enwave, ENW, which was announced. NWVCF. Enwave is the symbol in America. ENW is the symbol in Canada. This is another company that they mentioned in the conference call. It's another one of the acquisitions and partnerships that they forged. And now we have to start considering all the companies that Canopy Growth and Aurora Cannabis are working with. So BAM, for example, is a company that Aurora Cannabis is investing into and potentially could acquire. And it's currently trading at $2.74, up 1.48%. Radiant Technologies is clearly a company that they mentioned in the conference call today and that they own a part of. Hempco Food and Fiber, HEMP in Canada, currently at 96 cents. Another company that they actually mentioned in the conference call, and they did emphasize that they are going to focus more on hemp. And the lowest we've seen hemp recently is around 85 cents, and it's currently at 96. We've seen it as high as almost $3. We've seen it as high as $2.89 in November of 2017. So these are all really good undervalued companies that Aurora Cannabis is currently working with. N-Wave is at 222, BAM is at 274, Hempco is at 96, Radiant Technologies is at 99, and AUSA, which I've been telling you guys is Aurora 2.0, Australis Capital. AUSA is currently trading at $1 and down slightly. So there's quite a few companies that are involved with Aurora Cannabis, and all of them have a great future because you have to understand that you got to consider Aurora like the mothership. And because Aurora is the mothership, they're going to have to filter through all these other companies. They're going to be doing extraction through Radiant Technologies. They're going to be having different businesses fulfilling different roles. AUSA is going to be their US business. BAM is another one of their US businesses. So they're going to have different companies performing different functions so that Aurora Cannabis can operate like a machine. And Aurora Cannabis is the mothership when you look at them. They're the mothership, and everything else will flow through them. Now, one thing that I noticed about Aurora is they are climbing right now. They're at 1160, up 2.47%. So they are showing some strength right now after this conference call, which is very positive. Hopefully this will continue. I think that Aurora Cannabis is a company that is grossly undervalued and has the potential to go way higher, okay? And currently at 1162, I don't see any reason why we can't see Aurora Cannabis at $20. Now, when will it hit $20? I don't know, but we will be watching it very, very closely and very, very carefully. And hopefully we will see it happen sooner rather than later. Currently at 1162, up 2.65%. So, like I said, when will we see it hit $12 and beyond? Who knows? Could happen today. It could happen today. So clearly in America, the symbol is ACB, and in Canada, the symbol is ACB. So currently trading at $8.66 in America, up 3.34%. So Kramer believes it's undervalued. I believe it's undervalued. It has been lower and it has been higher recently. How low can it go? Well, during the crash of 2018, we've seen them as low as, we've seen them as low as $4 in America and just under $4 again. So they were at $4 in August of 2018 in the dead of summer. And they were at, late fours, early fives at December 2018. So we've seen them 100% lower. So they've already shown a lot of explosiveness from the low lows. And they've been a lot higher. They've been in America as high as 1150 range in October of 2018 around legalization. And they've been as high as 1191 in January of 2018. So we've seen them higher. We've also seen them lower. They seem to be trading right around that 200-day moving average, a little bit above it. The Bollinger Bands are pointing up. They are showing strength right now. So this is good. This is good for Aurora. Considering they showed so many losses, I think the fact that they are green right now after this conference call is a very good indication of strength and power. And I believe that the majority of the news that was discussed in the conference call was very positive. So I think it's really good to see that we are getting positive news from Aurora, because Aurora being one of the biggest companies in the sector, it will set the tone for the entire cannabis sector if they continue to perform like this. Canix Capital, CNNX, is up 9%. What else is showing strength today? There is a lot of red out there today. Cura is down 3.64%, now at $13.75. Is this a buying opportunity for Cura? C-Web is under $20 again at $19.95. Tilt is down 5.5% again today at $2.06, $2.06. Boss is up 7% today, and Sproutly up, SPR in Canada up 12%, up 13% in America, SRUTF. Just looking at the markets. MNTR, Mentor Capital Inc., in the healthcare section, up 13%. What else is having a good day today? Xena, currently at 157. It hit a low of 153. This is a company that's been as high as $6.85 when it was showing and reporting 16 million in a quarter of revenue. The revenue went down to 4 million and they raised $25 million, and now we see it at $1.53. Like literally down, what, 300%? Over 300% since its highs. So at some point, we have to assume that Zenabis is going to hit a bottom. When? We don't know, but that's what we have to be able to identify as traders. We need to be able to identify these bottoms. Obviously, it's painstaking watching stocks go down, but typically when stocks go down, that's the best time to buy. So you have to consider that, but you don't want to catch a falling knife. So try to obviously buy them if you can at the bottom, hopefully right before they explode. But I mean, it's easier said than done. If it was that easy, we'd all be doing it. VFF, Village Farms International, at $13.13, up 3.55%. And that's the American side. In Canada, they're currently at $17.71, up 3.81%. Okay, Hexo is up today. Hexo just seems to be making a move right now, up 4.59% at $9.67. What else? What else? TGOD is up slightly at $3.93, up 2.6%. Chronos Group is slightly red. CanTrust is up 3%. TRST GBTC, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, up 6.96% at $10.14. Keep your eye on this stock. If Bitcoin goes up, expect GBTC also to go up. New Strike Brands, potentially going to be acquired by Hexo. New Strike Brands is up 3.45%. This is actually a suit, a full blue suit with you guys see that? It's got my name on it. Yeah. It's custom suits. That's the way we roll here. Custom suits, you know what I mean? What is moving, people? Anything else that's moving? Aurora is now at 1166. And Aurora is showing a lot of strength right now. Since this conference call, all we've seen Aurora do is climb. Now at 1165, 1166 range, around 3% up. What else is happening in the markets today? Let's see. Shopify just keeps going up at $261.39, up 3.25%. That is literally the gift that keeps on giving. Absolutely insane. Oh, Verge, a crypto that's on fire today. A lot of our members like Verge. They must be happy right now. A lot of cryptos are actually popping right now. Facebook is up 2.9% at $185 right now. Just looking at the entire market right now for you guys. Let's see what Market Watch is saying. Wow. All of a sudden, we've had a turnaround in the market. We are now seeing green. This is interesting. So the market early on was red. Now we are seeing green. The Dow is in the green. The S&P 500 is in the green. The NASDAQ is in the green. The global Dow is green. Gold is green. And oil is green. Interesting. Yeah, man. ACB is flying right now. That was a very positive conference call. I'm not surprised. It was a love fest. Everyone was singing Kumbaya and holding hands. Total love fest. Thank you guys for the likes. I really appreciate it. Why is the weed market still in the red? I think the weed market had a crazy run, and this is a very natural consolidation. And it'll probably continue for a few months throughout the summer. And then at some point, there will be a sneak attack and a resurrection like we saw in January, because that's typical for this industry. That's typically how they have done it. And it's always been like that. There's never been a sign of when they're going to make their move. They just make their move. And it's not when you want it. It's when the elite want it. And it's for us to just be able to capitalize. So when they're down, that's the time we buy. And then when they're up, that's the time we sell. And that's just the way we have to play it. If we want to win, or we can just buy and hold and wait for a green day. Nothing wrong with that too. I mean, everybody has to decide how they want to trade. Right now, I'm in accumulation mode. I'm looking for good long-term investments that could yield incredible results in the future. Sometimes that can be risky, but that's just kind of how I trade. That's how I live my life. I like the more high-risk opportunities. That's why I'm investing in Zenabis. I see the long-term potential of the company, of that giant. They've been getting beaten up and they're down. But I remember a time when Aurora was beaten up. I remember a time when Afria was beaten up. I remember a time when Canopy was beat up. I remember a time when Kronos Group was beat up. I remember a time when a lot of stocks were beat up. So for me, as an investor, you got to think of two things. Are you going to ride momentum? Like, are you going to jump on Labs right now when it's at $7 and it's been exploding for since all year? And it might continue. Or are you going to jump on a Zenabis and get into something that maybe hasn't exploded yet and has huge upside like a labs, but just hasn't exploded yet. It's like getting into labs at the beginning of the year. I mean, labs now at $7.10, up 3.8%. Yeah, it could go to $10. It might very well go to $10. But at the end of the day, it's highly volatile at this point. Highly volatile. So once you start chasing green, it can be good, but it would have been better to buy labs when I first started talking about it at $1.40 a few months ago. I mean, that's why I'm looking at Aleafia Health right now. That's why I'm looking at MedMen. That's why I'm looking at Zenabis, because I'm looking at them as stocks that I believe are undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed, and long-term are going to be astronomically higher. I also believe that T-God falls in that category. I believe that Vivo falls in that category. I believe that Namaste falls in that category. I believe that Oxley falls in that category. I believe that Saniva falls in that category. I believe that TGIF falls in that category. There's so many companies that I believe are undervalued that have huge blue sky potential. Not all of them do, but I believe those do. Meta is another one that is making a lot of revenue. Is currently, I believe, undervalued, under $1. And I think Meta has the potential as well. I've been talking to you guys about Sproutly. Sproutly's having a good day today. So it's not necessarily are these good or bad stocks. It's more about just buying them when they're low and positioning yourself when they're low, because they are going to make a run, especially companies that put out a lot of news. They're going to make runs up and down. Like right now, we see Sproutly up 10% at 82 cents. We just recently saw them in the beginning of May at 69 cents. Then they went to a high of May 19th, 2018. Sorry, in the beginning of May of 2018, they were at 69 cents. Then they went to a high of 79 cents in May 19th, 2018. And what am I reading here? Sorry, let's do the 1-year chart. So if you look at Sproutly in the 1-year chart, you'll see that in November 27, 2018, they were at 28 cents. They made a crazy run, guys. They went all the way to $1. Okay. I saw it with my own eyes. April 25th, they were at $1. From 20 cents to $1. Okay. That's 500%. Then it came down and consolidated down to 69 cents just last week, May 7th. Now they're back up to 82 cents. So it's not about whether or not these are good or bad companies. Yeah, we're going to try to find the best companies, but it's about finding the bottom. That's what it is. It's about finding the bottom of the best companies, finding good companies, and then finding the bottom. That's what we need to do as investors. Yeah, it's very true that a lot of the smaller ones will get bought out. Brent, you got into labs at 152? Wow. Good trading, man. TD says, stick with the best. CGC, Cura, TrueLeave, Cron, ACB. The rest will fall out of the wagon eventually. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's a good strategy as well. I believe that a lot of them are very expensive. If you do want to buy them, I would suggest waiting for a collapse, a correction, a consolidation to try to position yourself, because you don't want to be buying too many stocks at 52-week highs. I've traded Rivers a few times. I've just been day trading it. I haven't held it because it hasn't really moved substantially. So I don't currently hold Rivers, but I've day traded it and bought and sold it about 5 times. So I like it. I've made money on it. A thought on share price prediction of what? Which stock? You're talking about Aurora Cannabis? Yeah, I believe Aurora Cannabis will be at $20. I don't know when, but it will happen. It will happen. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. I also believe that we will see cannabis growth at 100. I really believe that. So to me, it's not a matter of if, it's just more a matter of when. As these companies continue to grow and they continue to show revenue, I believe that we will see the prices continue to grow as well. Yeah, I do believe 48 North has huge potential as well. I love what the ladies are doing there. North at $1.03 right now, up slightly, not doing much today. Organogram is up 3.45% today. They are looking to crack $10, currently at $9.90. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for joining. Hope you guys are having a great trading day. I know the markets are very volatile right now. They're extremely choppy. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of sideways. Please invest with caution. Remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. Wow. So early in the day, we had 3,000 decliners and only 1,500 advancers. Now we have 2,600 advancers and 2,100 decliners. So we are actually in the green on the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ overall right now. So this is good. This is very bullish. The market has turned around. It was red early on. Now we are starting to see green. So this is very positive. Does anybody have any stocks that are moving up right now that they want me to look at? So you can see Aurora Cannabis in America is actually going up faster than in Canada. It's currently up 4.12% right now and pointing right up. The indicators are pointing right up, and the technical analysis on TradingView is a buy for Aurora Cannabis, currently at $8.73, up 4.12%. And all the indicators, the Bollinger Bands, are pointing up. This is very bullish for Aurora Cannabis. TD is saying ACB is overbought. Wait for consolidation. I don't know, man. I don't know. Afria is currently at $6.92, down slightly. APHA at $6.92 in America. See the price in Canada. The price in Canada still under $10 at $9.29. So the lowest we've seen Afria over the last year is around $5 in December when everybody was consolidating. And the highest we've seen them is around $22 in September of last summer. Yeah, Brent, it's possible because the Fed has the ability to pump the markets anytime they choose to. So whenever they want to print money and pump the markets up, they can do that. And then they own a portion of the US economy. And once you own all those shares, you can basically control the market. When you have that many shares and that much influence in the economy, you can essentially control the market. You can control float because you have such a large portion of the market. And that's what's happening. That's why you see the global markets could go down and then America will go green because the Fed is pumping money into the markets to own a piece of America, essentially. Yeah, market manipulation is real, okay? You guys have to understand the market is a combination of trolls, hedge funds, whales, shorters, longers, day traders, speculators, market makers, banks, institutions, funds, hedge funds, you name it, they're in it. It is very scary, Brent. Of course, the markets can be affected by a tweet, but it's also good because we understand that tool. I'd rather that than it just happening without us having a warning. We kind of already know now that when Trump puts out a negative tweet about tariffs or China puts out negative news about tariffs, the stock market's going to go down. So we need to use that as an advantage as traders. We need to understand that news has a bearing on the markets and we have to prepare as such. We need to use all of what happens in the marketplace, the news, the financings, the mergers and acquisitions, the partnerships, the LOIs, the joint ventures. We need to use all of these as fuel and resources to help us make good decisions. Yeah, I'm not surprised that BMO and CIBC are investing in Aurora Cannabis. I think that amount that they've invested is small compared to what they will own over time. Yeah, it's very normal to see profit taking after breaking all-time highs. That's very, very typical. Another thing you're going to see after companies break all-time highs is they're going to raise money. And typically when you see them raise money, you're going to see the stock go down. And this is a very consistent trend that I've been watching and noticing specifically in the cannabis sector. They go up, they raise a ton of money, they go down. And then over time, once they start using that money and they start showing revenues, they start going up again. This has been a trend that I've seen in the cannabis sector. And I feel like Zenabis right now is in that mold of raising money. And once they get into the mold of actually making money, we're going to see it skyrocket. I feel like Tilt is in that same category and MedMen is in the same category where both of them are raising a lot of money, a lot more money than Zenabis is making right now in revenue every quarter. They're dwarfing Zenabis's revenue. However, the problem with Tilt and with MedMen is that they have massive overhead and massive expenses and a massive burn rate, which is forcing the stocks to go down. So we need to look at the losses. We need to look at the revenues and we need to look at the debt to equity ratios and consider them when making decisions, because that is ultimately what the market makers are looking at to determine whether or not they want to buy or short or long a stock. So there are some examples that are off the radar that don't necessarily fall into that category. But for the most part, most companies are going to trade based on their fundamentals. You know, one company that doesn't trade based on their fundamentals, it trades more on future fundamentals, is Tilray. You know, like we've seen Tilray as high as 300, which is crazy. And they've been steadily growing and they've got the potential to be a giant, but they're just not there yet. So that's why we see Tilray being shorted almost every day now, down to $46.69, down 4.21%. Yeah, man, it's the elites that hold all the cards. We're just playing a little game within their bigger game. And the people that understand that, they cannot control the markets. And the people that understand that we're just simply a part of the markets and typically a very small part of the markets are the ones that will always come out on top. The ones that actually believe that they can control these markets with their small money are lying to themselves. When I talk about the elites and I talk about market makers and I talk about hedge funds, we're talking about billions. Okay. You need that type of capital in order to really have an influence in the market. Yes, Tilray has had a huge run and it is thinly traded and it does have a tight float. However, it has been getting shorted for a long time and it has a lot of downward pressure on it. So even though it's a growing company and it continues to put out great news, the stock has been going down because it just was hugely overpumped initially. I mean, this is a stock that started at around $20 and went to 300 and has been consistently coming down since. The chart just shows down, down. So this looks like more of a short play than anything else. It's an easy one to short because it's over $3. So, I like the company. I just don't like them at these prices. How low will it go? I don't know. But at some point, it will hit the bottom and it will explode. There's no doubt about that. Citron laid off VFF? I don't know. Did they? That's not really their style. It's more like their style to just keep pushing their agenda, whatever it is. NDYN. Neurodynamics Inc. Wow, that's a big jump. NDYN is up 36%. Volume is 2.67 million. It's at 6.5 cents. So put NDYN on alert. All the indicators are pointing up. But I wouldn't chase something up 36%. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. Okay? We're strictly for education and entertainment purposes. We do bring you winners. We try to bring them to you first. Wow. NDYN is a 100% buy on bar chart with the short-term outlook being the strongest short-term outlook on maintaining the current direction. Long-term, the trend strength is in the 1%. Top 1%. Long-term indicators fully support a continuation of this trend. Absolutely love this. This is my type of play there, Brent. Oh, man, you got in before the jump? Congratulations, man. That's nuts. Yeah, I'm looking at the 3-month chart right now on bar chart. It's pretty crazy. It's up 2,900%. Oh, my goodness. From 002 March, wow, May 3rd. From 002 to 10 cents. It went as high as 10 cents yesterday. What? What is going on here? What is going on with this stock? This is crazy. This one's crazy. What's going on with this one? Why are they so good there, Brent? What's so special about these guys? NDYN. Let me add them on Webull. Neurodynamics. %100% bullish on Webull. So that's really good. See if I can see their financials. No data? No data. No data. I'd have to look into them more. I do think Zenabis has a chance to go lower, yes. I think Zenabis has a chance to go as low as the market makers want them to go. It's a 96% sell on bar chart, which is crazy. Long-term, the trend strength is maximum. Long-term indicators fully support a continuation of the trend. So there's a ton of selling pressure. The market is in highly oversold territory. Beware of a trend reversal. So they are saying it's oversold. Beware of a trend reversal. So even though there is a lot of selling pressure, bar chart is saying at some point there will be a trend reversal. When? We don't know. But this is literally at the bottom. It's literally at the bottom. The lowest it's been in the last year is 153, which happened today. And meanwhile, if you read their news just keeps coming very positive. So I'm not sure why it's going down like this, but I need to in my mind, continue to believe that this is a buying opportunity. I truly believe that. I don't see anything negative. I don't see any negative news. I don't know exactly why they're going down like this, but I believe that this is a buying opportunity. Let's take a look at Aleafia Health. So Aleafia Health is at $1.63. It's unchanged today. It's a 40% sell with a strengthening short-term outlook on maintaining the current direction. Long-term, the trend strength is weak. Long-term indicators fully support a continuation of the trend. So what I'm starting to see here in the cannabis sector is that a lot of stocks are trending down. This might be a start of a slowdown for the summertime. What do you think about JMIA, especially after Citron post news to tank the stock last week? Anything that Citron goes after is under attack, needs to be careful. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to buy like even MedMan, they're down to 324. They just keep going down. I think we need to be patient right now. MedMan is saying the exact same thing as Zenabis. The bar chart technical opinion rating is a 96% sell with a strongest short-term outlook on maintaining the current direction. Long-term, the trend strength is strong. Long-term indicators fully support a continuation of the trend. The market is in highly oversold territory. Beware of a trend reversal. They're saying the same thing here about MedMen. MedMen and Zenabis are both saying the same thing. Heavy selling pressure, beware of a trend reversal. When is that going to come? Nobody knows. But at some point it will, because they are both at 52-week lows. They're literally at the bottom, both of them. They are scraping the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, like they're both touching their bottom. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And we're able to buy them at their bottoms. Which, as an investor, isn't that what we want? Isn't that what we want? We want to buy them at the bottoms, right? So I know it's scary, but if you believe in a stock and you want to get it cheap, don't you want to buy the bottoms? Tilt is showing a lot of selling pressure. The bar chart technical opinion rating is an 88% sell with the strongest short-term outlook on maintaining the current direction. Long-term, the trend strength is maximum. Long-term indicators fully support a continuation of the trend. Tilt is selling off down 4.59%. They're showing a lot of selling pressure. Let's see what CGC is doing. So Canopy Growth is up slightly in America, trading at 45.69. The bar chart technical opinion rating is an 8% buy with a weakening short-term outlook on maintaining the current direction. Long-term, the trend strength is minimum. Long-term indicators fully support a continuation of the trend. So they are starting to trend in the green. This is good for the entire sector. Let's see what Aurora is saying. They're saying they're red, even though Aurora is green. Bar chart is saying the bar chart technical opinion rating is a 24% sell with a weakest short-term outlook on maintaining the current direction. Long-term, the trend strength is minimum. Bar chart is not showing a lot of strength for Aurora Cannabis right now. So that is what the indicators are saying right now. How long will Zenabis take to graduate to the TSX? I think it's going to be a few months. I think it'll be a few months. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you guys have a great day. Keep a look on Lightlink Technologies. I am going to interview. Oh, Lightlink Technologies up 10% right now at 16.5 cents. I told you guys about them last Friday. I told you they were my secret stock pick when they were at 11 cents. They're now at 16.5 cents. Thinly traded. Nobody knows about this stock, but you guys do. Okay. So the symbol in America is LLNKF. And the symbol in Canada is LLT. Lightlink Technologies. Take a look at them. I am going to be interviewing the CEO of UBUK, which is a cryptocurrency digital payment platform. And I think that crypto is so hot right now. So when you take cryptocurrency and you take cryptocurrency wallets, and then you take logistics and you take Lightlink Technologies, which is in logistics, trucking and logistics, and then you take UBUK, which is in the business of a digital wallet for instant transfers, for trucking, for containers, for shipping. I think it's going to be revolutionary. Nobody knows about it except for you guys that are watching Rich TV Live. That's my little gift to you guys. Put them on your watch list. Put them on your radar. I'm not telling you guys you should buy it right now. I'm not telling you guys you should do anything. I'm just telling you to watch it. It was at 11 cents when I told you it was my secret stock pick last Friday. Today is Wednesday. They're at 16.5 cents. That's a pretty good return for anyone who did take advantage. I personally do not own it right now, but I'm watching them very carefully. I'm watching them very closely. Okay. Yes, SCNA is being promoted very heavily. So I'm not surprised that SCNA is doing well. They are being promoted by a lot of stock promoters today. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. I will be interviewing the CEO of UBUK. I'm on my way. That's why I'm dressed. It's your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm Mo. I'll see you guys later. Hope you have a good trading day. I'll see you soon.